Hello everyone out there on the internet, I'm Jack of all trades and we're here for the finale of Attack on Titan, the final season. I believe. I have seen the announcement. We're getting more Attack on Titan next year, whether that counts as its own season. We'll get into all that stuff. I'll look up some announcements and stuff after this episode. But before we dive in, just want to quickly say I have been forewarned. I have been cautioned for this episode by a manga reader friend of mine. So, Eliza, if you're watching, tissues at the ready, just in case. And yeah, this has been a brilliant season. I believe this is the end of the final season, and what we're getting next has a different title, so it ostensibly counts as its own season. It'll be listed as its own thing on Mal anyway, so if you want to go by that listing, you're sorted. But yes, Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan. This is Season 4, Episode 28 overall. This season, 87 in the entire series. Again, it'd be great if we can hit that 100 episode mark, you know? The Dawn of Humanity. First time ever that I've watched the episode preview was... That's not even last week anymore, it was 2 weeks ago. And, yeah, it gave away nothing, so... I'm pretty sure there were some slightly different shots of Eren sat talking to Zeke, so perhaps we can get more of that conversation. Once again, please support the official release. Funnily enough, package arrived today. I got a wee message that this had been delivered. So, breaking it open. Okay, yeah. Oh, and it comes with a Funimation digital copy. The Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1, and this is the Collector's Limited Edition. Open this on camera, that we flick through. Sort of celebrating at the end of the Final Season Part 2. Show your allegiance with a limited edition 32-page digibook, 3 exclusive enamel pins. Oh, I didn't know those were coming with this. And 5 art cards. Okay. And then, you know, a whole host of special features and everything listed with this. So we've got the actual cover. Oh, okay. And digital code, which I'm not going to show. I mean, I have the Funimation subscription anyway, so, you know, please do support the official release. You don't need to go above and beyond and buy limited edition versions of, you know, the release. You could get regular edition versions of the release. Don't ask why I bought both. Or, again, I'm watching this on Funimation. It's also available on Crunchyroll, and no doubt other streaming services will have Attack on Titan. So please do support it because of all the work that goes into creating this show. And again, Mappa has been doing a fantastic job. Especially last episode, that animation was insane. 2 discs for episodes. Oh, this has the Blu-ray and the DVD. Nice. Yeah, this has got your art for what was at one point, I guess, one unified side, but, you know, Eren's doing his own thing now. And then the Warriors with Zeke and Cold Knight, one on the other. And the wee digibook. Some art. Notes from beyond the wall, okay. Nice. I'm sure digital scans of this will be available, so I might throw some of them up on screen just as I'm clicking through this. Tom, again, I'll read through all this myself in my own time. Reiner. Drawing some younger designs. Oh, I like the touch. It's a little grim, but for the character information for Udo and Zofia, they've got a blood splatter behind them. That's grim. Okay, so it's a nice art of the characters. Sort of key poses. And then a wee sort of blurb about each of the characters. Oh, and it goes to wee comics. Oh, okay, that's where these come from. Right, it's got these wee sort of... I think it was Attack on Titan, like Chibi Theater or something it was called. There's sort of some versions of that art, sort of these wee comic strips based on the events of this season. Okay, Peak giving Gabby a piggyback is adorable. Yeah, and then just art of the posters. And then the other box, this box contains 5 art cards, 3 enamel pins. Okay. I'm gonna damage the boxes at all. Oh, they're good sized enamel pins. Okay. So we've got the Warhammer Titan, Armin's Colossal, and then Lara's Warhammer. Did I say the Warhammer twice? I said Warhammer twice. Galliard's jaw. Yeah. Those are very nicely made. The art cards, I'm not entirely sure what these are going to be. Oh, they're nice and holographic. Okay. I assume this is going to be the same prints that were in the Digibook part. Again, the various cast members and everything in a nice sort of hollow print. Me in editing, you're going to take the time to put up the correct visuals with everything I've just been blabbing on about. Yeah. The pins are very nice. The Digibook is a wee bit of a letdown, but the prints and the pins are brilliant. And again, it's the DVD and the Blu-ray and a digital Funimation copy all included in the one bundle. So if you're a big enough fan to be watching this video and not just skipped over everything I've just been saying, I would recommend getting the limited edition. But again, support the series however you can. And, you know, it's going to be a year. Yeah, I don't know how long MAPPA's going to want to animate everything they're trying to do for the epilogue series or whatever it's going to be. So I'm happy to get more Attack on Titan stuff to keep me tied over till then. And I started reading Attack Junior High specifically for when this ended, I'd have more Attack on Titan. But there's more Attack on Titan coming anyway, so... And I do want to do an Attack Junior High video after I've read it all, because the anime was great, and a wee side-by-side compare... That's down the line. I'm stalling. Because I don't want this to be over, and it's not. The knowledge that there's more of the anime coming has me less... I'm not as on tenterhooks as I thought I'd be for the finale. But an interesting choice of a title for the finale. The Dawn of Humanity. So, yeah, let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1, play. Usual Funimation disclaimer. And we have our sync. Okay. And to pick up on some of the comments from last week, I have warmed up to Falco's Titan design a bit more. I'm unclear as to whether it's sort of a feathery plumage or fur, but it's interesting, as was pointed out, that is the first new Titan that Ymir has built since being freed, and we're not getting a theme song. We're just getting the credits, and the first shot was of a bird. Oh wow, okay, we crossed that sea. Oh no! Oh! So they all came across together. I love the bright colours of those houses there. Very, very Balamori vibe for those who know what that is. Yeah. Hanji in the suit. Exploring the world beyond the walls, yeah. Let's go scout. Oh, if that's what this episode is. Oh, is this music? From the Barrio Festival. In the first half of this season. A car. Some sort of cow, it has to be! Oh my god! It's a car, I've heard about them before. Pretend we're not with them! Oh my god! They're buying carrots! Oh! Yeah, how's he taking this? Because he's... I mean... Oh, just like Armin always wanted, but he's... Yeah. If we kill all our enemies over here... But also, he's seen it all before, right? Granted, a good, 20 years ago or something, via Grisha's memories. But... Or he has Grisha's memories of it from 20 years ago. And... It's a pickpocket. New food, shut up! The warriors and the warrior candidates eating pizza was the best moment in Attack on Titan, full stop. Sasha with ice cream's amazing. Oh. He thinks he's a child! Oh, and that's terrifying. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, Mikasa! Yeah. Really is. The credits are still going. There were some red flags, but no one talked to him about it. Yep. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Them getting to observe, getting to see this racism, but not have it be directed at them. I love this idea as a scene for these characters to experience. And this guy right beside Sasha looks very familiar. He reminds me of the guy who was washing or cleaning the tower that Grisha and Zeke and Dino are looking on top of. Okay. Interesting. And a good bit of world building. Talk about not drawing attention to yourselves, but it was the right thing to do. Where's Eren? I didn't see him come with. Oh my god. Okay, Eren did come with. I can't believe we're seeing this. Like, from how the season started, it's like, okay, this is all stuff that is established, like, as having happened, but we never went back to it. And I'm amazed that we actually are. Because we didn't need to. First to notice he's gone. I'm sorry. Are you okay? He's... wipes his ears. Nothing yet. Oh no. This is like a refugee camp. Just people struggling, doing their best. And he knows what he's gonna do. Right? Because Grisha saw the memories and he saw Grisha's memories of those memories. this feels like a really pivotal moment, like, based on her response. Things could go differently. Sort of moment. Aww. No subtitles. Okay. That feels like, or there's moments where, like, depending on how she'd answered that was him sort of looking for a reason, like, to connect, to reaffirm his humanity, to a certain extent, and he's the first to try it. Okay. He's drinking out of soup cans. Oh. Rosy cheeked already. Soup cans and chipped mugs. Oh, and it's the music from Grisha, and we saw that flashback. That's what John and Connie thought of, and they all just get absolutely sloshed. Oh, this is really beautiful. It becomes this big party. Oh. And even Aaron's having a good time. But he was stood atop that hill, tears streaming down his face. And the adults show up. Oh my god, Sasha, are you okay? Just passed out on the floor together. Oh. Again, really good bit of world building that, Eldian descendants and sort of mixed bloodlines and everything would exist, and here's this group, or this assembly to discuss aid for them. Okay, yeah. Not exactly what we wanted to hear. It's a good step, but not what we wanted to hear. Oh, okay. The letter that yeah. Wow, okay. Yep. And all the steam's in a different direction because they're not directly following it anymore. There's the eye catch. Okay. I like the idea that there's sort of these key moments where if different decisions had been made, this could have gone very differently. And this is Aaron's perspective. Oh. Remembering as a child seeing his father's face. First half of the season. Slightly different angles on a few of those shots as well. And Ymir back there with the three pigs. I like that this is the final episode, is going back and filling in all these gaps. Okay, so Flock was here, he was in on the plan. Oh. But Yelena didn't know that. But Flock did fully know! Okay! Wow! Okay. Historia knew? I assumed Aaron was sort of being coy there, not telling her. He was just like, here's what you could do, but... And it's buffering, okay. But know that... So Aaron's sort of inner circle here. Aaron, Yelena, Zeke, everyone in on that original plan. But no. Well, no, there's Zeke's original plan that we were on board with parody. We didn't like it, but it was an idea that was seemingly our best chance. Then it was down to the euthanization plan, and then down to those who knew Aaron was going to do the rumbling. Being Aaron, Historia, and Flock. Which is a very interesting group. We're buffering, so I'm just going to refresh the page. It's going to be a pain for me in the edit to sync up. But no, the idea that while Eren was on the mainland, as I see it, there's sort of three pivotal moments. When he asked Mikasa, "What am I to you?" Then the next day, let's see what this assembly is going to say. And then, let's see what Willy Tiber is going to say. But I feel like the Willy Tiber one and the assembly ones, he sort of already knew where it was going. He didn't seem particularly surprised by either of those responses. Oh, Yukikaji. Oh, okay. Just like your mom. Along with civilization itself, yeah, I mean, yeah. A sacrifice for the island. I won't let kids eat their parents anymore. Oh. Okay, Historia knew he was going to do it, but was not in favor. Wow! Wow! Dick move, way to make her feel guilty, but headaches? I never had... Oh! When their survival instinct is triggered. Okay, so this is where he got a lot of this information on Ackermans. Reflex to protect their host. Oh, that was very well animated! I doubt it's anything like that. Okay, so Eren was lying when he said that. Right, okay. Okay. So that was a lie. I was leaning that direction. In which case the whole idea of Levi having that similar relationship with Erwin and everything is not the case. And Kenny with Uri. 4 years at best. Oh! Oh my god! I mean, I figured he did it to himself, but Christ! So is Historia's kids Eren's? Then? Oh, and he... Oh my god! Oh, that scene with Marlowe there at the table as well. He's doing it for them. Shit. Oh god, and they can see it coming. They're trying to save the world. These are our heroes for this scene. Oh my god! This is beautiful! They are swimming! Oh my god, they are swimming! Well done, you took out maybe one, but they'll regenerate if you didn't destroy the nape. Oh no, they took out a lot. And they're moving a lot faster than I would have anticipated, but yeah, I suppose that makes sense because of the size of them. It's a very bizarre image. But I'm glad we did get an answer to it. And they're also that hot. Oh my god, yeah, they're that hot and there's that many of them that they're creating that much steam that guy just melted instantly. Oh god, can you imagine being in this harbor? Like, these poor souls. Oh my god, well... And we know the Marleyan military uses primarily Eldians anyway, so... Oh, fuck. That That shot is straight out of Attack on Avengers when the Colossals are coming. Ah, no, 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 not this music! Ah, fuck! No! No! Oh! Run. Run or lay down and accept it. You're not. You're done. You're done. But are the Colossi emerging from the ocean? That's an attack on Avengers. That's. Is that canon? Probably not. But oh my fuck! Oh, it's Eren. Oh. Oh. Shingeki no Kyojin. It's the fucking Eren. Fucking Satan, devil of all earth, founding Warhammer. Oh, great drawing of that moment. Yeah, wow. Oh, it's so big! That's the shot, that's from the intro! You beautiful bastards, Mappa! No ending credits. No to be continued, no nothing. It is just as well they announced, before this episode came out on Funimation anyway, that we were getting more. Oh my fuck! I usually censor myself under situations where I feel necessary. This is definitely not necessary. I'm having a full bloody reaction. Christ. Or Jaeger, or whatever, you know. Wow. Okay. That is the end of Attack on Titan, the final season. Right? That's the end of Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2. I believe the end of Attack on Titan, the final season. Let's quickly... because I've seen the poster of sort of our alliance of characters stood in one of the footprints from a Colossal. And the poster just says the final season still. So is it the final season part 3? Or I thought there was some other sort of title given. The teaser's English description calls the next part part 3, but the Japanese calls it conclusion. Okay. Curious if the English one is going to change to conclusion just for the sake of it. And I'm sure I saw somewhere that was calling that Attack on Titan like epilogue or something like that. But yeah, let's quickly pull up the teaser just to see. Yeah, it's just the shot with added smoke and embers added over top. And then the logo. And then some text that I can't read because it's not in English aside from the letters NHK. Okay. Wow. Which I know are not originally English characters. Yeah, that was it. Okay. Let's quickly Attack on Titan wiki. Let's refresh, see if they have the eye catch translated. Yeah, publicly available information. That ad is massive. Currently publicly available information. The world of... Beyond the walls, there is a sea. On the other side of the vast blue sea is a continent. That continent has cities, bustling markets, and all sorts of people living there, just like on the island. But, in the outside world, subjects of Ymir are despised more than anything. Let's boot this up again. Quick skim through. Because that was such a dense episode. Like, getting that flashback. They all came to the mainland together. And then Eren left after that congregation, I guess. And then a good while later sent them that letter. I assume he was sending that letter to the Asmobito or something, perhaps. Although surely Falco would recognize that on the letter. He sent it to somewhere that he knew they'd be, or that somehow that they'd received the letter, and then they sent for reinforcements and everything. But no, wait. So if they came here and then Eren left them, that means he had that meeting with Flock and that meeting with Astoria where he said, I'm going to do this, before he came to the mainland and saw all this stuff and had these moments. He'd already essentially sort of committed to it. But no, so Eren. And I need to check over that Historia stuff because she's not pregnant in that scene. The confusion over a horse or a cow or a car. And Onyankopon be like, it's fine. And Leo will be like, nah, if we wait too long, they're going to try and feed it carrots. And he's like, no, they're buying carrots, oh no. An amazing moment. But that they, I mean, we only got one shot of it before, of just Connie and Jean laughing with that old guy in the fez. And then here we see more. They spent time with these people, you know. Sasha trying ice cream, Sean and Connie trying ice cream, Levi being mistaken for a kid by a very creepy clown who whispers in his ear. But I also love that Levi, having grown up in the underground and everything, picked up on, this kid's a thief. And again, them choosing to interfere and everything, brilliant moment. And then also the outskirts of town, slightly more dishevelled buildings and everything, some collapsed stonework and everything. And that moment with Mikasa. The old man comes with some hot drinks for them, and then everyone goes together and they all just have a great night. I love this episode brings back so many different tracks from throughout the entire show, Seeing Eren happy, Have we seen him smile at all this season? Have we seen him smile since? Me struggling to think of the last time. Because he hasn't. Eren has not smiled at all this half of the season. The previous half, there was a flashback in which he smiled and blushed when they were all making the train line and everything together. And then season 3, the previous season, season 3 part 2, again we get flashbacks to him as a kid smiling. But no, because season 3 part 2 starts with them going to Shigashina and then everything hits the fan. And certainly not all the way through to that, to then the basement reveal and him getting some of Grisha's memories again. Oh. Season 3 part 1. Season 3 part 1 ended with him and Historia talking on the farm, and I'm sure he was like laughing and smiling there. I think it's been that long. Feel free to correct me, but off the top of my head, I think that's how long it's been. We go to this assembly the next day, saying that not all Eldians follow the Empire's ideologies or anything like that. It's just the Island of Devils that we should hate. And everyone, not everyone. I do like that touch. It's not everyone is up in blood. There's still a lot of people who sat down who seem to not agree with that. But there's a mix, And that's the day Eren left. There's the letter that I had Falco send. He entrusts Zeke with everything. The next time we saw him, it was too late. Mikasa thinking, what if I'd given him a different answer? And then we get Eren's voiceover, sort of inner monologue, and just shots of steam, which is great because that's all he'd see. And unlike the Colossi, which are swimming in the ocean, I assume he's above it, because he's that impossibly huge. But I think, where did this all begin? We get a shot of him and Mikasa under the tree from the very beginning of episode 1. Back then, question mark, the 3 pigs in the pen, all the way back to Ymir. It's like, when did this start? With episode 1? No, this started long before that. 2,000 years before that. No. He then thinks. He then remembers Grisha's face looking down at him as a baby reaching up. And then decides it doesn't matter. Cut to where this season started. With Falco handing over the letter, Reiner, and everything we just rapidly cut through here. Everything happened by my will. Everything comes after this. And I like that we intercut between Historia and Flock being told this information and seeing their different reactions to it. Yes, okay, Historia is not pregnant in this scene. Because then at the end, she says, oh, well, what if I do this? And I love that she brings up, most of them will die without any idea why they're being killed. Just like your mom. And I'm saying mom, but I'm British, so it's mum. But, you know, I'm too Americanized. If I don't do something to stop you, I won't be able to live with myself. If it's that hard on you, just wait till I can erase your memories with the Founder. Which we know can be done to Historia and was done many times already. You can, because you're the worst girl in the world. See? Yeah. The look on her face as he says that back to her. And when we then cut to Zeke and Eren, and he's like, headaches? I never heard anything from Cassava about that. But so I initially was like, oh, because Eren got like these throughout the whole show, occasionally gotten like a wee nosebleed, which I assume should just be the whole, you got 13 years to live, so you're a wee bit fucked up on the inside after all this. Or just from overexerting yourself using Titan powers and everything. But no, he's talking about Mikasa, about a specific illness to the Ackermans. But records show their power awakens when their survival instinct is triggered, not as a reflex to protect their host. At least as far as Zeke or Cassava or anyone Cassava knew was aware. That could be the case, depending on how the memories and everything are with Eren and Paths. He could have seen all the way back through Eldian history. Let's be real. So he could potentially know one way or the other. I assume because he asked Zeke, like, what's the point in asking Zeke? If you know for a fact, what's the point in asking him? It means that he doesn't. So he's asking his hypothesis, his understanding, and Zeke's like, oh, well, I've never heard anything like that. And so, okay, so that isn't the case. What he says to Mikasa in the first half of this season, keeps blowing my mind how long ago that was a lie. Or at least unverifiable, but seemingly, not the result of forced behavior. I think she just likes you enough to rip apart Titans for you. But when he asked her, she said it was just because they're family. Say, Eren, so what will you say to her? What are you talking about? I've got 4 years to live at best. Oh, okay. What if I got pregnant? That discussion being intercut has me very... So Zeke sort of being the older brother there and saying, so, what are you going to say to her? Just like, give me the gossip. What's the plan? Let me be your wingman here. Which I'd love to see as a cute wee interaction or comic. But I was like, at most got 4 years left. What sort of future can we have together? What you're saying to Zeke, who has about 1 at the time of that scene, we cut from Zeke talking to Eren about his love life we then cut directly to Historia saying, "What if I get pregnant?" Or got pregnant. Is Historia's child Aaron's? I've been wondering that since they said, it's just some random farm hand, which I could see. Either one could work, but the fact that there's a possibility, and that cut kind of implies that. But yeah, Aaron amputating himself, and I'm sorry, but this him doing that with this one soldier's corpse in front of him, that's 100% like the anime censoring itself. But then it cuts to a close up on it, and it's like, what the fuck? And Yuki Kaji, I assume, was actually, biting down on a towel or a cloth or something, actually muffling his voice as he's acting this in the booth, because that sounds fantastic. But the definition of that last cut, after I'm dead, their lives will go on. But he's in a trench here with a bunch of other dead soldiers as well. So when he's found or can be crawling out of it, it's like, yeah, he didn't just show up out of nowhere. And he blinds himself with, I think, a bullet or some sort of artillery shell. I'm not particularly well versed in armaments to know one way or the other, just from the edge of it sticking out of his hand. But then they cut to the rainbow tinted shot of everyone sat around that table, with, I guess specifically with Marlowe, meaning it was from back in those days, after the coup d'etat, but before the battle at Shigashina. And then this global fleet being the mainland, being humanity, being the world's last attempt. And everyone stood there sweating, seeing this coming, the steam cloud. And it is anti-Titan weaponry. That is a fair point as well. I was thinking, it's like, the Titans will regenerate as long as you don't destroy the nape. But then it's silent for him yelling fire. And then we just get all these shots of these explosions and cannons firing. This rain of munitions down. They can't even see their targets. We see 1, 2, 3. They fired so many shells there, and we only see 3 actually hit. In the next shot, we then do see that there are more than 3 blown in half. But, And then we see all the ones that are swimming and still going, and that is fucking ridiculous. In this rumbling situation, and oh my god, the animation of that guy being flayed, melting on the spot there. That is so horrific. The steam cloud blows his hat off. And it's gone in seconds, and it's so goopy and gory, and there's the bone of his fingers and his arm and everything. He is just fucking gone in an instant. Just from the heat of these things. Remember the Rod Rice Titan pulling itself along the ground, and trees bursting into flames as it drew near? This is, hey, what if a person was stood there, And I kind of want to see Mappa's animation of this happening to Armin. Because I'm curious how fucking disgusting they'd have made that. Yeah, just gone. Just gone. These ships tossed like toys. Just blowing up. Raining down from the sky in this wide shot. And the soldiers left there with cannons. And the Colossi rise. Oh, I wonder if this is a deliberate allusion to the Colossus of Rome. I want to say Crete, but it's not. I've been there. I've been to that place. I'm forgetting where it is in Europe, but I've been there. I'm blanking on it. Where it's a port, it's like a harbour, and it's going to be all the Colossi stood with 1 foot on one side and 1 foot on the other. and this port gives me very similar vibes. It's similar to the squared layout of it. I'll find him. The Colossus of Rhodes. That's it. It's Rhodes in Greece. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking. I'm trying to think. Where have I got in Greece? That's it. But I get a strange feeling these ones are slightly bigger. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how tall the Colossal of Rhodes was meant to be. Let's see. It is horrific. Because in every shot of the Founding Titan here, you could take, hey, here's the front row of Colossals. Oh, well, they're 50 meters tall. So, it's however many of those. You'll know how tall this thing is. But they're in the, front of the shot. It is behind them. And we don't have a good enough angle on anything to have a good sense of scale for that. It is incomprehensibly huge. I've been to lighthouses and structures that are, 50 meters tall, and I've been like, oh, okay, so that's the height of the wall. Okay, cool. Okay, this other, okay, that's 60 meters tall. That's the height of, Bertolt's Colossal. This thing is insane. And I'm sure Isayama has put out exactly the height of this thing. But it's like, Rod Rice's Abomination, or what was it? What did Kenny call it? That big ass Titan, the Turkey Titan. But I like Kenny's that big ass Titan. That it was 120 meters tall when sat, because it couldn't exactly stand. The legs weren't strong enough to support it. You see in diagrams when it's crawling along the ground when it's flat. I've thrown up images on screen as I'm talking. When it's crawling along the ground flat, the height of it off the ground as it's laying there, and then it gets to the wall, and it props itself up against it, and it is over double the height. Sat there because it can't stand. It's there on its ass with its hands to support it, and its organs spilling out, and its face is gone. And I'm not expecting a full explanation of why exactly all that happened with Rod Rice. Royal blood, mentally unstable, whatever syringe or vial was used. But I love that it's also not a stationary shot of Aaron's founding. You still see the ribs in the back are still moving as it sort of serpentines slightly. Except not slightly, because it's fucking massive. Shingeki no Kyojin. And it's just to be continued, and that's where it ends. Okay. Right. Well, I guess that's us. I don't know what else I can do in this video. I don't know what else I can talk about other than wild speculation. But I have no clue how we're beating this. Other than a basic get to the nape where Eren is and cut him out of it. But, this is Eren Yeager, the guy who at the start of the season transformed, 5 times in a row? And, Ymir is seemingly on his side from, within the paths, so I don't know how this ends. I don't know how this can end well. I don't think it can. And now it's a year until the next one. The next one's not until 2023. The next bit of Attack on Titan content we're gonna get, or Attack on Titan anime content we're gonna get. I'm not expecting Mappa to do like an OVA or anything like that. At least not until maybe after the fact. But yeah, not in between seasons. And I am perfectly fine with that long a wait. It was 4 years between season 1 and 2. Roughly 1 is nothing. We can wait for that. Yeah. Wow. And thanks again, Eliza, for the heads up. But I didn't need it. I know that you apparently cried while reading that bit of the manga that this episode was adapting. Which I could see that happening to me, but wow, yeah, if I keep talking, I'm just gonna be stalling. I've not got much else to say. I've been recording for an hour and 10 minutes, 45 seconds. Now, I'm going to take a break before editing this. So this will be coming out a day or two after the episode released. For those of you that are sticking around this deep into the video to see this, I'm thinking I want to do I enjoy watching Try Not to Laugh challenges, so I think I'm going to do a series where I have you guys recommend or create a playlist of videos to try to make me laugh, and I'll react to those. We'll do a Try Not to Laugh challenge series. I think that'd be good fun. But yeah, I will be doing some other Attack on Titan content in the future, again, covering Attack on Junior High, the manga, and specifically, definitely the anime, maybe the manga. And then, of course, MHA, there's OVA I need to catch up on. I'm going to cover Vigilantes, because it is going places. I know a lot of people don't like Vigilantes, but like I said I was going to do, I've started waffling and talking about other stuff that's pretty unrelated to Attack on Titan. Sorry. Right. Well, this is it. This was the finale of Attack on Titan, the final season. Or at minimum, Attack on Titan, the final season part 2. I've been Jack of all trades. Thank you so much for watching and coming on this journey with me so far. And until next time... Oh! We didn't get an opening or an ending. We didn't hear the rumbling or the songs again. Oh. Just as well the previous episode had them then, because that's a shame. Although I know the music video for the rumbling came out and it was great. And I remember seeing in my recommended feed that they've done a music video for My War now. I haven't seen that yet. Let me know if you want me to do a reaction to the music video for My War. Which feels like so long ago that was the theme song, doesn't it? Anyway, for what's going to be the last time for a wee while, I have been Jack of all trades. Until next time.